What's going on, everybody? Justin Hawkins here from H.H.H Exotics. I wanted to reach out and make a short but sweet video on safety procedures / keeping venomous snakes, because the general public just doesn't understand and they're worried about a lot of things, which is understandable. When you don't know about something, it can be scary. So a couple of things. One, the general public is worried because they think that, we're just keeping these venomous snakes in the living room in a shoebox and they can just get out. That is not the case. A lot of people think that when I'm working with my snakes, I'm going to get bit and die, and that snake is going to wander outside and wander around the world. Also, people think that my babies here are just going to sneak out in the middle of the night, go on a midnight rendezvous, sneak over to the neighbor's house, open their fridge, drink all their beer, cause a ruckus, bite them, and kill them. So, in this video, I want to show you how I keep my snakes securely and some of the safety procedures that we take here at H.H.H Exotics. So let's get into it.
Mama always said I was born on the wild side. 1 foot in the flames and the other trying to walk the line. Can't say I never saw it coming, I can see the warning signs. Mama always said I was born on the wild side.
Alright guys, so the first thing that I want to say is that every reptile room, so this room that I am in right now, is completely sealed. No way in, no way out, except for with these right here. Even the door is completely sealed. That is very, very tight onto the floor. I can't even hardly clean under it. So this room is completely sealed. That way, if God forbid anything did get out, or while I'm handling stuff on the floor or whatever after I disinfect it and get something out, it can't just wander around and go through a crack in the wall or under the door somewhere. So a good place to start off is the list. We actually have a H.H.H Exotics Venomous Room rule list. So let's take a peek at that and start with rule number 1. All right. Here we are, H.H.H Exotics, Venomous Rules. Number 1, never break the last lock when home alone. No exceptions.
I did say it. No exceptions.
Not even to wipe glass, take temp, grab water bowl, etc. Alright, so rule number 1, quite simple. So there are at least 2 locks to every venomous animal that I have, because you have to unlock this door, which is technically 2 locks. I have a padlock on there and then the door lock with the key here. So you have to unlock that to get into the room overall. Now in this room I do have venomous and non-venomous. So if I'm going to work with a venomous snake and as far as the key roll goes, I come in, I break that lock, but I cannot break the last lock, meaning the locks here to actually open up the door of the enclosure. So that is what rule number 1 is. Rule number 2, always inform someone when you are about to work with venomous. So anytime, no matter what it is, going back to rule number 1, you can't break that last lock, not even if you're just scooping up a pile of poop, grabbing a water bowl, carefully topping off a water bowl, no exceptions, like I said. So the second rule kind of goes with that. We have to make sure that somebody is here, somebody that knows what to do and is aware of everything. Make sure that they are here on site and they know what the plans are and what I'm doing, which snakes I'm working with, and why before I proceed. Step 3, always make sure the animals are secured. So of course, I always make sure the animal is secured no matter what. Whether I am putting it back in its enclosure, or I'm soaking it and getting it out and soaking it in what I use is, a brand new trash can, and with the latching lid. So I just make sure that the animals are always completely secured in a sealed container or enclosure where they cannot get out until I want them out. Step 4, always respect the venomous animals. Alright, so this one is key because I have some crazy snakes in here, and I will start off by saying I am not scared of them at all. Does it get my adrenaline pumping when I'm working with some of these crazy ones? Absolutely it does. But I'm not scared. However, don't get it twisted. I do respect all these animals and I respect what they are capable of. Never get complacent when it comes to that, ever. And always pay attention. Step number 5, always wear face shields when working with any spitting cobras. So if I'm going to work with a spitter, you should be wearing a face shield like this, like that, or even these. I wear these, I use these for the black and white spitters a lot of times. So step number 6, always open enclosures with a hook. Alright, so this is another good one. I can show you an example here. I'll just grab this little hook right here from Venom Life. So if I was going to open up this mamba, I would come in and I already, let somebody know that I'm going to be doing this, took all the steps that I needed to get to this point. I break the last locks, and then I would push this down with this, and with my other hand, pull right there until there's a crack here. And then I would use the hook, or actually I normally use the rubber part, and put it in there and open it up. That way if this mamba decides to strike out of here, it's not going to get me in the hand. Same with the sliding glass enclosures too. What I do is I actually use suction cups far down. So that way if I'm going to slide this piece of glass this way, I have suction cups here and here, and I have all this space here. That way my hands are out of the strike zone. Step number 7. Always make sure the lookout person in the house knows the rules, seriousness to what you're doing, how to identify the different snakes, and the bite protocol procedures. Car keys and bite protocol log always in designated area. Every venomous bite is different. So this one pretty much just says, the person that is here with me, either filming, helping me out with enclosure, or just right outside in the other room doing whatever, even though it may be my wife, just making sure that that person that is here and kind of in charge if something were to go south, they know what they're in for, what may happen. They've skimmed through the bite protocol log. They know where everything is. They know that even little stuff like this right here, they know that there will be car keys right here, sitting here, ready to go. They know that the bite protocol log will be right here, ready to go. Now, you're probably wondering, how do they know, what do they do as far as the bite protocol goes? So, let's say I have out, first of all, I'll show you how all my cages are set up. So, here's some examples. So, here is my baby captive bred and born black mamba. Now, I have danger venomous snakes on every cage that's venomous, or every enclosure that's venomous. And then these have all been sealed. That way this can't come up. Everything has been reinforced. That way the screen doesn't break here. This can't come up. Nothing like that. So they're completely secure and locked. So they have color-coded locks on them. That way quick access with the keys. Danger venomous snakes. The name. So this is just his name. We named him Six after Nicky Six from Motley Crue. And then it has the scientific name and the common name and a picture of the actual snake inside of that enclosure. Now this isn't just a picture of any black mamba offline. This is a picture of the exact animal that I have in here. Kind of like Rick right here. So here's another example. This is a juvenile monocled cobra. So we have Rick, danger, venomous snakes, and an actual picture of Rick. And another actual picture of Rick. And then, of course, your scientific name, your common name, and then Rick's got 2 pictures just because I really like that picture, not gonna lie. So that's how the cages are set up. So let's say that I'm working with Rick, and Rick, God forbid, tagged me, okay? First thing I'm gonna do, if I ever get tagged by a snake, I'm gonna do exactly what I did when I got spit in the eye. I have been spit by a spitting cobra one time in my left eye by a little black and white spitter. Actually, this is the culprit right here, little Ed. So when he was a little baby, he's still pretty small, he's a juvenile, but when he was actually a little baby, Ed spit in my eye, and I didn't panic. I didn't raise hell. I just carefully put him back in his enclosure, latched it, locked it, making sure he was secure for the safety of everybody around me and, of course, himself. I ran to the bathroom, stripped down, got in the shower, and I flushed my eye out for about 20 minutes. While I was doing that, I was dialing my buddy Quentin, and I was talking to him, and of course the first thing he said was, you know, are you sure you didn't get bit at all? It was just spit in the eye. You don't have any open wounds. You know, he was worried, of course. And I said, no. It was just spit in the eye. That's all it was. It was a direct hit to the eye, though. And some people will tell you that baby black and white spitters can't spit. Oh, they can. And they are accurate. I'll tell you that much right now. I found that one out the hard way. So, I'm in the shower. And then once they found out that I was going to be okay, just a lot of discomfort. Of course, then it was funny. Then Quentin and Derek were laughing, and, you know, by the end of the phone call, I was laughing too, you know. But, you know, mistakes are how you learn. But in this ball game, you don't want to make mistakes. You know, sometimes there isn't room for mistakes, unfortunately. And when mistakes happen, it's just not good. It's not good for you, the people around you, and it puts the community in an uproar, unfortunately, because people can't. In our society, people cannot just man up. Everybody has to talk a lot of shit. Everybody has to know more than anybody. This isn't going to be a rant video, so I'm going to stop right there. But long story short, yes, I was spit in the eye, and that's what I would do if I was ever to get bit. I would calmly put the snake back, lock it up, latch it up, lock it up. Then I would say, hey, I got bit. I was tagged by Rick, monocled cobra, nausea kuthia. Now, let's say that I was bit, and I went into shock or something, anaphylactic shock or something, and I'm on the ground. My wife comes in, or whoever's here with me, put the camera down, whatever the case may be. They can say, okay, there's the snake right there behind that enclosure. It looks like this, and then they can say, oh, this is a picture of him. That's him right there. So this is, oh, right here, monocled cobra, nausea kuthia. So then they can run over, get the bite protocol log, open it up, and then it's all numbered in alphabetical order. And then it'll tell you which number, and then there's tabs on each one of these. So they can flip up the tab. On the underside, it has a number on each tab. So they can go right to that, boom, bite, grab the keys, follow that bite protocol, and get me to a hospital. So, like I said, I just wanted to make this quick video because there are a lot of people who don't know a lot about this, and they think that us keepers aren't responsible and our pets are just going to run wild, and that's not the case. And are there irresponsible keepers out there? Absolutely. But if you're one of them, do better, because you're screwing the rest of us. We are trying to educate people about these beautiful animals that we are ever so passionate about. This is my life now. This is what I'm going to do with my whole life, no matter what. So, do better. And this is not a guide on how you must do things. This is just my personal opinion of what has worked for me and what I feel is necessary. So if you think there's a better way to do something, or I can improve somewhere, you know, I'm not one of those guys that, oh, I know this, do it like this because I do it like this. No, we're all here to learn. I don't care if you've been doing this for 6 months, 6 years, 16 years, 16 decades. I don't give a shit how long you've been doing it. So before somebody throws that flag out there, I don't care. I'm not going to pay attention to it. We're all here. We're all equal. We should all treat each other the same with the respect and dignity that you want to be treated. So that being said, like I said, if you have any, requests, if you have any hints, anything like that, any questions, please drop it in the comments below. We are here to help each other. All right, and please, guys, go show Chandler some love. Chandler's Wildlife. I know I made a video about him. That's what most of my one video was about. I don't personally know Chandler, but Chandler was definitely and a lot of people say he's horrible for the reptile community, but I'll tell you this. If it wasn't for Chandler, I don't know that I would be stepping out like I am right now to start this journey that I just started right here. So I definitely owe that to Chandler, as I owe a lot to Chandler because he has helped this community out a lot. So please go show Chandler's Wildlife lots of love. He needs it right now. Of course, we're all standing behind him. So go support him. And please like this video, subscribe it, share it as much as you can. Please, it means the world to me. I'm just starting out here, and there's going to be much, much more to come. So thank you guys. Have a great day.